honestly, through my long life, I've never asked anything really for myself, at any rate, not any more than I suppose any other normal person wants for his children and family and so on. Outside of immediate family interests, I never asked anything for myself that I can say before God and man. There's one thing that I dare ask and hope for. Even I, at my age, will have the right to believe that we finally will see peace for Israel and the people.
Golda Meir made significant impacts on the world in which we live. Her life inspired many people to reach beyond themselves, to help and lead others, to set goals and accomplish them. Charlotte Tucker is one of those people. Charlotte saw in Golda Meir the symbols by which to live. A woman in a man's world, looked on not as just a woman, but a human being. An independent thinker, a goal seeker, someone who could make a real difference in our time. Charlotte D. Eisen was born in Denver on April 29, 1927. She was the second child of Sam and Leah Eisen. Sam Eisen was born in New York City, but moved to Denver with his parents at the age of 2. The year was 1896. In 1917, Sam joined the war effort and served with the U.S. Army Medical Corps. It was also at this time he was to meet Miss Leah Silverberg. Leah was also born and raised in Denver. Her mother and father, Isaac and Rose Silverberg, had emigrated from Russia to Colorado in 1891. Isaac was employed by the city health department, while Rose was busy in community affairs, being one of the founders of the Beth Israel Home and Hospital. On January 23, 1921, Sam and Leah Eisen were married and settled into their home at 10th and Jackson Street. Sam worked at the Denver Furniture Company, which he owned and operated for more than 50 years. Leah continued her community work, but concentrated on the more important task of raising a family. By 1929, there were 3 young Eisens: Irma, Charlotte, and Charles. Charlotte's early years were much like any other young girl growing up in Denver. She did, however, have a flair for dance, taking lessons at Florence Kessler Rustin's dance school. Between recitals, Charlotte did find time to attend Teller schools and Gove Junior High. Her religious schooling was not neglected either. The Eisen family were members of BMH, and Charlotte was a regular Sunday school student. It was about the same time that Charlotte entered East High School that the United States entered the Second World War. And like any red-blooded American, Charlotte did her part for the war effort. The University of Colorado at Boulder was Charlotte's next stop, and it was here that her leadership skills began to thrive. She became the founder and president of Sigma Delta Tau, the first Jewish chapter of the sorority, and graduated with a degree in sociology. In a school newspaper interview, she said, quote, "By entering into the activities of a group, joining committees, serving as officers, planning programs, we become acquainted with all phases of group activity and learn how organizations are set up and how they work. After college, we can apply this same experience all through our lives to community service." End quote. In June of 1951, Charlotte became Mrs. Richard Tucker. Dick Tucker, a rising young Denver business leader, was no stranger to community service activities. His mother, Sylvia, was very active in various organizations. She was one of the founders of the Allied Jewish Campaign and spearheaded the women's division for many years. Dick, too, has devoted much of his time to humanitarian services, including being elected the campaign's chairman and president. Over the past 30 years, Dick and Charlotte have provided their leadership to numerous organizations. In 1976, Charlotte was one of the first women in the Allied Jewish Federation to go on a mission to Poland, Romania, and Israel. Then in 1983, she and Dick led a mission to Yugoslavia and returned again to Israel. At the same time, Dick and Charlotte found time to raise their 3 children, Daniel, Robert, and Deanne. Charlotte has always been very active, and sports have always been an important part of her life. She plays tennis at least 3 days a week, golfs, and skis. Her son Rob says she's a great cook. She loves to entertain at her home, and she loves to travel. Today, she's a grandma with 2 grandchildren, Zach and Brandon. But even with all that, she wants to keep growing and changing. She never wants to get comfortable. For Charlotte Tucker, tomorrow will bring something new, something to be accomplished. Like her mentor, Golda Meir, Charlotte has become a goal seeker, an independent thinker, a person who has made a difference in our time.
Everyone in this room is proud to be Charlotte's friend, but I'm sure I'm the most proud. You know, love speaks louder than words, and so I just want to congratulate you, wish you continued success, and certainly all God's blessings.
I'm still her little brother after all these years, and I think at our tender ages, we still have that strong feeling of looking out after each other, particularly she looking out after me.
Charlotte's always been one to have a mentor in her sights. Golda Meir being her mentor now, her mother being her mentor in her earlier years, and I as a daughter-in-law, and I consider myself a daughter, look to you, Mom, as a mentor for me.
To us at the Allied Jewish Federation, Charlotte epitomizes the finest characteristics of Jewish purpose and dedication. Her commitment, energy, and devotion to Jewish survival is an inspiration to us all. Charlotte's life is making a difference to the Denver Jewish community and to Jews everywhere.
Every year I've been proud of you, Charlotte, and I think this award certainly, as we all know, is one that is well-deserved. We don't all always receive accolades, and every day of your life you could probably get accolades.
Mom, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, and I'm very grateful to have had you as my mother and as my friend.
Well, this is it. I love you. Bye. This is my brother Brandon. He loves you too.